Namaste students, myself Dr. Neha Sharma, Assistant Professor in Rachana Sharir Department at JVWU Women's University. Today, in last lectures, we are discussing about the anatomy of scapula bone. We already discussed about the where the scapula bone is situated. So, scapula bone is situated to the posterolateral aspect of the on the posterolateral aspect of thoracic cage. Then we have discussed it has mostly three type features. Scapula have like three borders, three angles and three processes. Only surfaces are two, costal surface and dorsal surface. Costal surface is what? Costal surface is situated towards the rib side. Towards the rib side, which surface is situated is called the costal surface. Costal surface is somewhat concave in shape and dorsal surface is convex in shape, and dorsal surface is situated on the posterior side of the body. Then costal surface, also known as ventral surface or subscapular fossa. Subscapular fossa. In this fossa there are three or four small ridges present, which marked by several oblique ridges which runs lateralward and upward. Lateral third of fossa is smooth, then thick ridge adjoins the lateral border, and lateral border is almost rod like because it is more thick, so it is it gives feel like a rod. Then second surface is the dorsal surface. It is arched from above downwards. It gives attachment to the spine of scapula. So spine of scapula is an important feature of scapula, which divides the surface on dorsal surface on the unequal two parts. So unequal two parts are supraspinatus fossa and infraspinatus fossa, and this part is called the spine of scapula. So on the two fossas are connected by supraglenoid notch. Then we have seen supraspinatus fossa, which gives attachment to the supraspinatus muscle. Then second one is infraspinatus fossa. So infraspinatus fossa gives attachment to the infraspinatus muscle, and supraspinatus fossa is smaller than the infraspinatus fossa. Then we discussed about the borders. There are three borders present on the scapular bone: superior, medial and lateral border. So superior border is the shortest and thinnest and most irregular, and it extends from the medial angle to the base of coracoid process. Then second border is axillary border or lateral border. So axillary border is the thickest border. It at the upper end it presents the infraglenoid tubercle. Infraglenoid tubercle is present on the inferior part. Then we have seen about the vertebral border or the medial border. So medial border is the longest border of scapula, which is situated in between the superior angle and inferior angle. Then after medial border, we discussing about the angles. So three angles are there. Superior, inferior and lateral angle. After that we are discussing about the three processes. First one is spine or spinous processes, the longest process of scapula. So it is triangular in shape and has three borders and two surfaces. It divides the dorsal surface of scapula to the supraspinous and infraspinous fossa, and the posterior border is called the crest of spine, and lateral border is shortest, and it has two lips, upper lip and lower lips. Now today we are going to discuss about the acromion process and coracoid process. Acromion process is large and somewhat triangular. Acromion process is triangular in shape. This process is called acromion process. So as we can see in this picture, this is triangular in shape. Then it has two borders, medial and lateral border. Then lateral border is thick and irregular, and medial border is shorter than the lateral or concave. Then it has two surfaces, superior and inferior surfaces. It has two borders. These are two borders. Then two surfaces. This is first surface, and behind this is the second or low inferior surface. Superior surface is directed upward, backward, and convex and rough, and inferior surface is smooth and concave. It has a facet for the clavicle bone. So clavicle bone get attached to the acromion process. Then third process is the coracoid process, which is thick curved process and attached by a broad base to the upper part of neck of scapula. It is attached to the neck of scapula and directed forward and slightly laterally. So this process, this smaller process is called the coracoid process. It is situated on the behind the superior border of scapula. And after this we are going to see about the attachment of the scapula. So for muscle attachment, which muscles which are originated from the scapula are the subscapularis muscle. First is subscapularis muscle, which is situated on the subscapular fossa. Then second is supraspinatus fossa, supraspinatus muscle, which got attached to the supraspinatus fossa. Then infraspinatus muscle, deltoid muscle, infraspinatus muscle got attached to the infraspinatus fossa, and deltoid got attached to the crest of spine and lateral border of acromion. Then fourth one is biceps brachii, which got attached to the supraglenoid tubercle, short head and lateral part of the tip of the coracoid process. So this is all about the attachment. Thank you so much for today's class. In next video lecture we will discuss another